Howdy folks, how you all doing? How you all doing out there in internet land? I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day, evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to my channel. So for today's gameplay then, I teamed up with my buddy, DBV152, aka Dennis, my good friend from Canada. Senada. Senada. Japan. If you've seen the advert, you'll understand what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, well, I'm just being a nutter. Anyway, we're on mines in the DBV152s. Brilliant tank this. I love this tank with all my heart. It's a great tank. I'm so pleased I got this tank. I really am. But I always go on this map, especially when you start on the north, I always generally tend to go to this spot initially just to begin with, just to see how the game develops, because they always try to pass across there in the middle, most of the time anyway. And it's whether you can get a shot at them. Yeah, he was lucky he managed to get away with that one. Fair play to you, mate. But this turned out to be a very, very good game. And it just shows you when you work as a team how sometimes you can dictate a battle and turn things round in your favour. That's all I'm saying about that. But did you like my last video, the Waffen-Tiger Panzer IV? If you haven't seen it, then it's the video just before this one. That was a very, very good, intense game. The old Sphincter was doing that. So go and watch it and tell me what you think of it. And remember, hit that like and subscribe, thumbs up, and all that kind of stuff. It just helps the channel out. I'm trying to grow the channel, and I can only do that with your help. Yes, your help. And it doesn't cost you anything. It's free, non-gratis. Doesn't cost you a bean. It'll take you about a second out of your day to do, and then you can forget about it. And then I can have a big smile on my fizzer. We'll get a shot of you. But this did turn out to be a pretty decent game for me. And Booty44, I might add. He was the hero of the day, I might say. So well done you, Dennis. Well done you, son. See, now since they've put that rock over there, it's made it very difficult to try and shoot them unless they push right out, which they very, very seldom do. But when they kind of just peek over the top of that little hill over there, you can't get shots at them. I don't know what it would be like for artillery. I'm sure your artillery could get a shot in there or not. I don't know. I don't play artillery that often, to be quite honest. The only one I've got is the little tier 7 thing, the M12. I only ever play it when I'm bored and I can't be bothered trying. Not that I'm saying anything about you artillery players. Takes a lot of skill to be an artillery player, doesn't it? Yes, Cross, yes. My artillery brethren. Get a life and go and play a proper bloody tank. What's wrong with you? What can I say? It's only because they always focused in on me most of the time. Do you know, if I could not understand how many times since I've started playing this game that artillery slapped me, detracked me, and annihilated me. If I had £1 every time, I'd be a very rich man, I think. Now I wouldn't have to be trying to build up a YouTube channel. So if you want to help me get rich, like and subscribe to the channel. And make a comment below, because that helps as well. And if you want to give it the thumbs down, that's fine as well. It all adds up. At some point it all adds up. But this map, I don't know whether you've heard or not, but they're actually increasing the size of this map. I saw yesterday on Des Games. If you haven't seen it, go and check his channel out. It's the update to this map. And I think there was another map as well, Pearl River, I think it is, that they're changing. This map is getting made a lot bigger, which is going to be fantastic. Because let's be honest, this isn't the most exciting of maps, is it, in World of Tanks? Especially not for tier 10s. The tier 10 should never play on this map. It's just far too small. It's just, I don't know, just not my cup of tea. Stay there. Bye-bye. I love the cannon on this tank, man. This cannon is just, oh, sweet as a nut. It really is. I found, you know, sometimes when they bring these newer tanks in, they get played a lot, don't they, for a little while. And then all of a sudden you start to see less and less of them out on the battlefield. What was that one? Was it the Object 980 or 780 or whatever it was called? You hardly ever see that now. Same as the Kramwagen, because they nerfed it all, you hardly ever see them out there. And I think a strong contender at the moment is the T110E5. That's got some strong armour about it, so I'm reconsidering getting that back again. I'm seriously considering getting that back again. But again, Kranwagen you hardly ever see. And it's such a shame because, all right, if it was overpowered, I get that. But then you've got the little tier 5 Lafifi artillery thing that's just, it's insane. And Wargaming are allowing that thing to continue firing every 3 or 4 seconds. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me. But what do I know? I don't know anything. So all I'm trying to do at the moment is just try to spot. See if I can get any free shots into anybody. Somebody over there just knocked that bush down. Wonder if that's the Death Star. But yeah, so once they increase the size of this map, and I don't know whether if you haven't seen it, as I say, go to Des Games. He's got the full video on it there. But on the 1-2 line, they're extending it outwards quite a bit. And they're flattening a lot of the stuff that's on it. And Pearl River. Oh, man, have you seen the one on Pearl River? Go check it out. That thing's completely changing. You know where on Pearl River you got all that village bit right in the middle, haven't you? Right in the centre. All that's gone. It's getting moved right the way back. That'll be exciting to play, because at the moment Pearl River, it looks a beautiful map. Don't get me wrong, when you're playing it, scenic wise, it looks delicious. But practically playing the thing it's crap. It is crap. I'll be the first to admit that. And this map's the same. You know, they could do so many things with these maps to change it for the better, I might add. But unfortunately, Wargaming is kind of set in the ways. But if they're going to be changing this to what I saw in Des Games, it'll be thumbs up from me right before I've even played it, because that's what these maps need, much bigger maps. And again, another thing I'd always thought would have been good is if you could platoon up with 4 people and have it where you've got objectives that you've got to complete, you know, like as in actual battles that took place in World War II. So you've got objectives to meet, and you've got different, I don't know, artillery guns or tank destroyer guns, whatever, you know, to try and stop you achieving your objective and coming up against other tanks. Don't know whether you would have that as other players, possibly. I don't know. But it's another game mode, if you like, that I think would make this game really interesting. Because it gets a bit tedious, doesn't it, when you're just playing the same thing over and over and over again in one shape, size or fashion. You know, it's the nature of the game, isn't it? And they've got a fair few maps in, but they took a load of maps out, which I've never ever understood why. These two here are playing very, very well. So I take my hat off to these two, because they're not putting themselves on offer for anything or anybody. And I'm just sat here waiting for one of them to make a mistake, because invariably 9 times out of 10 they always do make a mistake, don't they? But these two are keeping it quite tight down there. So fair play to them. Fair play to them. Now that H3 tank, that must be on Super Test, I'm guessing. I'm guessing that's a Super Test tank. But again, Wargaming bringing in more different tanks, when really if they were more concentrated on bringing in more maps, instead of all the loot boxes, but bringing more maps and you know, more versatility to the maps, would they be able to save this game? Would they be able to bring it back from the depths of despair? I don't know. I don't know. Possibly, because I know that new game Steel Aces is coming out, and I think, do you know what? I think that's going to give World of Tanks a run for its money. I know you've got War Thunder and stuff that's out there, which has been around forever. And War Thunder's okay. Is it as good as World of Tanks? I don't know, to be quite honest. I haven't invested that much time in War Thunder. I've played it a little bit. It's a little bit quirky to me, but they say it's more real to life as to the way that the tanks operate and all that kind of thing. But it's like anything, isn't it? If something's new to you and you're not used to it, you kind of shy away from it a little bit, don't you? Especially if you spent all the time that we've all spent on this game and money that we spent on this game and inputted all of our, you know, supposed relaxation times of shouting at the screen because, you know, your shots are missing, or they're like a bloody boomerang and they're going everywhere but where you're aiming. RNG, that's what it's called. Is it cross RNG? Yeah, it's RNG. So I don't know. I don't know whether it can be saved or not. I hope it is, because we've all spent so much time on this game, haven't we, in learning the basics and trying to improve on the basics. And some of us have got good at it. and some of us are just mediocre. Some of us are just plain Janes. Some of us are unicums. Stay there. The old Death Star, man. But again, see, since they nerfed all these tanks, I don't know. I don't know. I remember they had that sale a couple of years ago of the Death Star, didn't they? And it took up all your credits and all your XP and all your gold and all the rest of it to get the thing. I think it was something like... it was something crazy where you had to bid. And I think I bid something stupid like 26 million. It was just something crazy with all the XP and everything. It worked out it was about 26 million. And I just thought, that was a rip-off. I've had one really good, decent game where I did just under 10,000 damage in the Death Star. And I've never had a game like it since. So that kind of tells you everything you need to know, really, isn't it? I'm just waiting for these guys to come around because it's now just 3 of us left. The artillery, Booty 44, and myself. Now, he's rocking it. He's got 3 kills to my 1. There we are. We're down to 2 now. I was aware that DBV152 was over at F1E1. So I'm anticipating he was going to make his way down to A1 area. And sure enough, there we go. There he is on the flag. But now I'm thinking to myself, oh, is he going to come round when I take a shot of this guy here? So try and get him out of the game, which we managed to do. Now, again, I thought they were going to really push me here. I thought they were really going to try and push me. And if they had done, he would have been able to take me. That's what I was thinking at the time. You're gone. Alrighty, we're evening it up a little bit. We've now got... Oh, there we go. There's the Toro. I need to get out of here because I'm reloading. Let's try and do the old sneaky beaky. I don't know what he was playing it there as to whether he thought, oh, where is he? Where's he gone? I thought he was up here. Because he didn't come to the edge to try and peek over to get a shot at me, so... I don't know. That was a bit strange, that one. But anyway, let's go and see if we can try and come back round. Let's see if we can get him. I mean, he's not even there. Look where he is. He's there. Bye-bye. Alrighty. Now we're down to the Death Star and we are down to the artillery piece. So we're pulling this back now. We're doing all right for ourselves. We're doing okay. This is where it starts to get really, really hairy. Because now I'm thinking, well, how can we get to that Death Star? So... Dennis said to me, he said, look, Mike, I'll push down the 1 line and see if I can sneak down and I can try and get shots at the Death Star if you can get him spotted up for me. Now, we're silly here sitting in this gap because the artillery, I thought, was going to take a little snapshot at me there. And if he had done and hit me, he probably would have either finished me off or, as near as damn it, finished me off. He's behind them houses, isn't he? That's where he is. Sitting at the back of the map, getting free shots in. Not that I've got anything against artillery, you understand? As you can probably guess. So I'm just waiting for Dennis to get into position before I make a move. Now I'm going to go and try and spot this Death Star up so that he can possibly get a shot at him. So let's see how we do. See if he's there. And all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my my circle. There he is there, look. So he's come into my circle. Because, of course, in the game, if they can get them within that 50-metre radius, you'll spot them no matter what. Even if they're behind cover or wherever, you'll still spot them. And that was my thought process. And I thought, well, if I can spot him, Dennis knows where he is. And then I can try and make my way to come around the other side so we can kind of get him from both sides. So if one of us doesn't get him, the other one will. Don't know why I didn't just go around the other way. I don't know. I'm not sure why I didn't do that. But anyway, I'm going to make my way around. But Dennis thankfully took him out. All we've got left now is the artillery. Oh, yes. That beautiful, beautiful thing called the artillery. That thing that you take so much skill to play. I'm saying nothing. I'm saying nothing. Anyway, we're going in to get this artillery. Now, at this point, I'm saying to Dennis, I said, Dennis, look, I'll just rush in because I've got more health than you. So I'll just push straight in and take him. And if he gets me, then you just go in and take him out. And I think he's saying, yeah, okay, yeah, no problem. Go for it. So he's getting ready to shoot if I miss. We know where he is. He's always there, isn't he? Bye-bye. There we go. Anyway, let's go to the post-game stats and see how we did. So, we did okay. We managed to get 5 bonds, which wasn't too bad. Got class 2, look at Dennis, 6,000 damage. Oh, we are not worthy. But we got 9 kills between us. Didn't do too bad, not too bad at all. Made 29,000. Again, this is what I like about this tank, is if you have an okayish game in it, you'll make some credits. You won't make a huge amount, but you make some. But anyway, guys, that's it for today's gameplay. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, hit that like, thumbs up, and subscribe. We'll catch us all in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.
From heartbreak to honey, I'm rising anew, picking up the pieces of a love that fell through. With every tear I've shed, I'm